Hello and welcome to today's wild Hearthstone deck tech and gameplay video on Deathrattle Deathknight. Deathrattle Deathknight does exactly what you would think from the name. We love to play lots of Deathrattle cards, from low-end stuff like Foul Egg and Loot Hoarders to Theresian, however you pronounce his name, to Cartoon Defender. We also want to play cards that can either trigger our Deathrattles manually, are cards that can sort of get us additional uses of said Deathrattles, like Unholy Frenzy, the new Dead Air, and even, what's that card, Death Growl, to spread Deathrattles to others, creating a really sticky board that really requires a lot of interaction from your opponent. This has been a very fun list, and honestly, like, probably one of the more fun lists I've made in a while. But yeah, from all these Deathrattles, we just kind of want to generally apply some degree of pressure and eventually drown our opponents in just little bits and bobs of damages here and there, or maybe even the occasional naval mine on all of our stuff. That's all for the deck tech now. Don't forget to like the video if you'd like to subscribe, if you like my grab bag of content and would like to see more in the future. And if you have any sort of questions, like I don't have X, what about Y, go ahead and leave them down in the comments below. Although, all things considered, I don't think there's really anything too heavy in this. I think the Theresian, or how you pronounce his name, I played Horde, so this guy means nothing to me. But I think that is part of the core set, I think. Yeah, so that should be free. So yeah, it's honestly a very budget-friendly list. Now, we'll go on to game number 1. And game number 1 with our little Deathrattle Deathknight. And so far, this is a beautiful opener, except for the Construct Quarter. Really, what you just want with this deck is a curve early on. You have a couple of 1-drops you can find and hit, so that's ideal, but, if you have a 2-drop, that's not that bad. We also have the hero power, if nothing else, but that's more of the floor and not what we want to do. Go ahead and play Undertaker on 1, because we have him. Next turn, we'll likely play the Naval Mine, just as the most mana-efficient play. It's not really that much they're going to do on 1, especially in Priest. Ooh la la. Oh, wait, what? Oh, Shadow Spell. What Shadow? I mean, there's probably Shadow Spells for 1 mana. Okay. That's fine. It's odd, but it's fine. Yeah, I think we're just gonna play the Naval Mine as we talked about. We might trade. I forgot what invoking. Okay, it's random priest card. Okay, I forgot what priest Galakron stuff is. I think we're kind of in an okay spot. If we set up our board correctly, we can actually make the Shadow Cloth Needle work for us, which is beautiful. Oh, okay, that was a generated card. Oh, that's beautiful. Go ahead and play another Undertaker and a Foul Egg. Yeah, it's not the most efficient play in the world, but it's like a good setup turn. And this is a fantastic spot to be in. We have a Construct Quarter next turn we can play, which we probably will. We have a very formidable board, although Priest does have access to that, what is that 1 mana silence all tradable thing? It's like Shard of the Naru or something like that. Anyhow. Let's see. Yeah, we're in a pretty good spot. $1 million question. Do I play another Deathrattle and just accept the fact that we don't have the corpses if it gets killed to add? I think we do. I think we're going to play the Deathbringer just for the sake of continuing to grow our Undertakers out of range. Odds are we're not going to have the corpses right now to trigger the Deathrattle, but right now just playing the damn thing is... Why? Why? I try not to be like the guy that's like, that has to be a bot, but like, come the fuck on, what are we doing? In that case, we'll just play the Chillfro boy, Baron, that's the name, and then just go face with the rest of it. There's no other complexities to it. Yeah, I don't know if that was a bot. Maybe, to be fair, that might just be like cast so many X spells, and maybe they just knew they were going to die. But let's be generous here. But that was actually a pretty good game to show what the deck is trying to do. Just curve out, play death rattles, make sticky boards and awkward situations for your opponent to interact with. The deck is lovely in that respect, in that it's about as like tactile as Hearthstone can get, being a digital game, but it's very interesting, and like where your placements on the board are kind of matter, so it like plays into that part of Hearthstone. I love this deck, I really do, and you can. I hope you can tell by how hard I'm trying to sell this. I really think you should play a deck like this, or pretty similar. Anywho, on to game number 2. And game number 2 with our little Deathrattle Deathknight. And we have an Undertaker on 1 again, which is beautiful. We're going to throw away the Defender. That's just too expensive to curve out. We'll keep the Deathbringer. I'm not over the moon about it, but this is very nice. We have a curve now. I mean, we always had a curve with our hero power, but you know what I mean. Ooh, that might be better. Since they can just ping our Loot Hoarder, and we would like it to do some damage before it dies. But, I mean, sometimes it's just a 2-mana card draw spell on legs. See what our opponent does. We probably don't do very well if we can't rush our opponent down. So in that case, I think... Okay, yeah, we're just going to try and push the most damage that we can. Just be efficient with our plays and try and run down our opponent. Because they just, they're a combo deck, basically. They just time walk us forever. And we can't really beat that other than just beating them up. And if they have or get the combo, then they get it, It's just a thing we sort of have to accept as a part of playing Hearthstone. That was a... Okay, he might have gotten, like, something. Swapping the cost. Yeah, that was a whole lot of, like, do nothing on a turn, though. There's an argument to be made that we could do the Loot Hoarder and the Bone Breaker, but I think we're just going to try and curve out. Next turn with old Therizin, or Therizin, or whatever the hell his name is, we're just going to play him next turn. And again, just keep applying damage and pressure. We will, however, be a little more mindful of our big blue boy here, as it's one of this and, oh boy, Naval Mine, but any Deathrattle in general are really lovely to like spread with the Growl card. Yeah, I think that... Well, that's a good question. I have to play 2 Deathrattle minions to get it above... Yeah, okay, so I think we're gonna wait a turn. Play a Loot Hoarder and... Oh, okay, well that's... I was convinced it was gonna be, what's it called? Flame Ward, but in that case, it's whatever. We weren't gonna get our big blue boy anyway. So in that case, just go face. We're not gonna be able to make use of the Bone Breaker's, passive ability, if you want to call it that. So we're just going to use it to go face. And next turn, just play our big blue boy. See that. That again. That's not great. Yeah. I would say that looks like... Oh boy. Okay, how are we going to do this? I think we're to the point where we just kind of have to accept the fact if it's a Flame Ward, then it's going to be a Flame Ward. In that case, we'll attack with our Undertaker, being the most damage. It's not. I'm almost certain that it's Ice Block then. In that case, we have a beautiful board setup anyway. It makes it very, very difficult to like profitably sweep our board. If nothing else, just because of our Naval Mind and our big blue boy here. But, death rattles in general, but they actually represent direct damage. Oh, get the fuck out of here. You lucky SOB. Huh. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll go ahead and Ghoul Charge. Play the Construct Quarter. Bonk in the head. Okay, wait a second. I think I've learned this. Hang on, if I attack with that. So this should leave me with a 4-5 if I understand the interaction right. I'm almost certain. Yeah. Good. I've had weird interactions where I have to remember, like, how Hearthstone sequences things with the construct quarter, and that is something you'll have to think about how, like, a Deathrattle will trigger first before you summon the construct quarter. So say if I wanted to blow up a foul egg with my next charge, if I were to target it with a construct quarter, the egg would make the chicken first, and my board being locked, it would not give me the 4/5 rush guy, but it would still expend the charge to pop the egg. That's what my brain was thinking about. Because while I also praised, like, this really weird, like, this, not weird, this really lovely, like, tactile sensation of, like, having to be really dialed in with this deck, that does also introduce, like, the potential for goofs, you know? So you have to be careful about this. That's nice. That's very nice. Now, the $1 million... Okay. I guess we'll take that. Let's see. It's only been like a 10-minute video. You know, we'll try and go ahead and squeeze in a game number 3, provided it's short. But yeah, we'll see. This should be onto a game number 3. And the rare game number 3 with our Deathrattle Deathknight. And once again, we have a beautiful curve. We'll go ahead and keep it. Undertaker on 1 is like the best 1-drop. Foul Egg is our, you know, our number 2 1-drop. Both of which are still lovely, and they're even better together. The Chill Fallen Baron, we'll say Baron for the rest of this. There's an argument we could have thrown it back, but this is one of those, the hand's good enough, let's not, like, tempt a good thing. Now, once again, we're just looking to curve out, hit the ground running, and make some things happen. We would love to get, like, another Undertaker. Wow! Immediately I mean, to be fair, that's not the worst naturalize on the planet. Like, it sounds goofy, but it's, like, really not that bad. In that case, we'll go ahead and just play a couple foul eggs. I think next turn, we might just play the Acolyte of Death. Start playing. Oh, it's Mill. I don't know how we do against Mill. Thanks, Malfurion. That's a really good question. I kind of don't want to draw more cards right now, but my hand's a little awkward, and then it's kind of all I can do. So we're going to play the Baron now. I acknowledge it's not the best, but we're in a weird spot where, like, our card draw is sort of being used against us. That's better. Okay, they're really committed to the bit, though. If they're playing Forest Guy, that's like some mill shit that I'd run. I was about to talk mad shit, but they are committed to the bit, and I have nothing but respect for that. I think we'll do the Bone Breaker. Right? Is that what we want to do? Hang on, let's think about this. I think I do, actually. Let's play a mine. And then, let's see, what do we want to do here? That wouldn't kill anything, so it's not a good Unholy Frenzy turn. I think we're just gonna play the Deathbringer here. And since we can make use of the Bone Crusher's, or Bone Breaker's passive little ability thing, or activate it, how do you want to word it, attack trigger, we go ahead and will. That's fantastic. I love their deck. I don't care how this game goes now. This has been a remarkably good day. Okay. That's pretty damn good. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, so in that case, we're gonna Death Growl, spreading the mine to both. Then I'm gonna... Now we're in a weird spot. So I think we're gonna Ghoul Charge into the Far Watch post, and then hit with the weapon. We're gonna trade into the forest, whatever his boy is named, Forest Guide. And what do we do with the rest of our mana? Honestly, I think we just play in Ruby and Egg. We are in a lovely spot here. We're sitting on 12 damage on the board here, having now spread the... Oh, I love our opponent's deck. Wow, you got just... Wow, you got the name Justin. Lucky son of a bitch. I think we're still in like a really good spot. Oh, this is beautiful. I don't know if it's good, but this is a fantastic game. In that case, go ahead and play more stuff. Now, $1 million question. I think I do need to trade into that, sadly. I don't think we really have an option. Right? Oh well, get one more. In that case, we'll start playing our yodelers to spread our... or to get additional triggers of our naval bombs here. I think we'll go ahead and keep our Bonebreaker for the occasional clearing, because they're committed to like some fun mill cards, and a lot of those are creatures. You fool! Why would you... I mean, okay. To be fair, that's a very big boy. That might be a little bit difficult to make happen here. Yeah, I was about to talk mad shit, but I think that's actually kind of smart. In that case, we'll play the Acolyte. So I think we'll play the Dual Charge, trading card draw. Well, that... okay, that's not that bad. So we can do an Undertaker then. So then we can go... hang on, how do we want to do this? So I want to make use of this weapon charge. So I think our goal is to just trade some undead in. See what we draw. That would have been nice a turn ago. So we'll do it with another chicken here. And then we'll bonk in with our weapon. And I think we're just going to play a Loot Hoarder and spread the Loot Hoarder card draw to nearby cards. Did I goof that? And like, I might have missed lethal there. I don't think I did. Like, nothing jumped out at me as being like aggressively wrong. But if we did, this is the time to hear about it. Okay, let me think about this here for a second. Oh, I just kill him. You doy. Alright! I forgot it. Doesn't have to kill the minions. It's just on attack. Okay. All three of these games were particularly short, but as I say all the time, my time is limited, and the sheer fact that we got a third game out of it is a rare occurrence. So let's just take wins where we can get them, you know? And this was an absolutely lovely list. I really sincerely believe that everyone at home should try this if you want to, at least in Wild anyway, if you want a really fun deck that like doesn't play like anything, if you're, you know, here in the trenches like me. So yeah, 100% you should try this, and I will guarantee be revisiting this list later if we get more good Deathrattle cards or more good Deathrattle enablers. You guarantee that I will be running this list again in the future. Now, with that out of the way, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you like my grab bag of content and would like to see more in the future. And if you have, again, any sort of questions or comments, as long as they're nice or somewhat constructive, I'll do what I can to reply to what I see. Have a great day out there and be kind to one another. Bye-bye.